What if you had a lifeline for Project Rescue? What if you could turn the tide and achieve the impossible? Projects go off track, deadlines loom, budgets vanish, stakeholders get antsy. Welcome to Turning the Tide, your journey to Project Rescue. Greetings. You're seeing me thanks to Emmanuel van der Meulen's innovative approach to sharing Scrum expertise. I'm Doe AI, an AI avatar designed to present Project Rescue details in a dynamic and engaging new way. Emmanuel leverages cutting-edge technology to make Scrum knowledge and artificial intelligence accessible and interactive for everyone. We are in the 4IR era, Fourth Industrial Revolution, of learning and exploring. These are the topics covered in this Project Rescue video. 1. What if you had a lifeline for Project Rescue? 2. Welcome to Turning the Tide, your journey to Project Rescue. 3. Introduction to Project Rescue. 4. Identifying the signs of a project in trouble. 5. The Project Rescue Framework. 6. Project Rescue Stages Logistics. 7. Resources for Project Rescue. 8. Testimonials, Success Stories. 9. Common Pitfalls to Avoid. 10. In closing. Introduction to Project Rescue. Emmanuel has spent many years assisting organizations navigate the complexities of project management. He has seen projects of all sizes and scopes teeter on the brink and learned that rescuing projects, even the most troubled ones, is possible with an efficient approach. Efficiency encompasses transparency, inspection, and adaptation. For instance, Emmanuel says, "Some took me a few days, one rescue took 3 months, and another 14 months. In one case, it took several years to establish trust, which was non-existent initially, and the company was continually implementing poor product quality." Project Rescue isn't about damage control. It's a proactive, strategic approach to getting your project back on track, putting the train back on the rails, minimizing losses, and consistently and continuously delivering product value. It's about bringing order, fun, confidence, and efficiency to the confusion and distractions. Identifying the signs of a project in trouble. How do you know if your project needs rescuing? Here are some telltale signs: consistently missed deadlines, spiraling budget overruns, scope creep running wild, poor product quality, poor communication and lack of transparency, declining team morale, and increasing stakeholder and customer dissatisfaction. Ignoring these signs is like driving towards a cliff. Project Rescue is your emergency brake. It is crucial to catch the signs early that product rescue is needed. Don't wait until it's a full-blown crisis. And even if it is a full-blown crisis, it is most likely salvageable. The Project Rescue Framework. Emmanuel has a proven framework for Project Rescue. It's not magic. It provides a structured approach to efficiently getting your project back on track and delivering product value. Assessment strategy. Project Rescue isn't about damage control. It's a proactive, strategic approach. Assessment steps. It involves these key steps, which are adjusted to suit your assessment. 1. Virtual assessment. 2. Initial planning. 3. Assessment via sprints. 4. Rescue planning. 5. Implement Project Rescue. 6. MVP identification. 7. MVP grooming and sizing. 8. MVP implementation. Assessment steps. Continued. Virtual assessment. Virtual assessment discussions and strategy. Scope. What is the remaining scope of the product being developed? Under 6 months' work, 1 to 3 years, more than 3 years, or large and ongoing? Status. Where in the life cycle is the product delivery currently? At the beginning, several months or years down the line? Virtual assessment continued. Team composition. What is your team composition? Product quality. What is the quality of your product? Budget health. What is the health of your remaining budget? Find root cause. Finding the root cause of the product's need for rescuing. Assessment steps continued. Initial planning. It covers what is required to start the project rescue and includes the initial assessment duration and costs. Assessment steps continued. Assessment by sprint. After the initial planning is approved, we implement several sprints, as per the initial planning, and assess the inner workings of the current state of delivering product value with these primary objectives. Identify the root cause of why rescuing is required. Commence the implementation of efficient delivery of product value. Evaluate and implement efficient tools, dashboards, and metrics. We cannot manage and assess what we don't measure. Assessment steps continued. Rescue planning. The commencement of Project Rescue. Place the train back on the rails, including the duration and the costs. Implement Project Rescue. Facilitate Project Rescue. Facilitate the Scrum team, decision makers, and stakeholders. Adjust the rescue plan as and when required. All parties to the Scrum sprints and associated sprint ceremonies would clearly see from their participation and collaboration when the rescue plan requires adjustment. Assessment steps continued. MVP identification. During this step, we identify high-level minimum viable products, MVPs, during Project Rescue. The Scrum team, decision makers, and stakeholders determine the MVPs together. Assessment steps continued. MVP grooming and sizing. Immediately before commencing any MVP and continuously during the active MVP, it is groomed and sized to identify its scope. Again, this is a collaborative process. Assessment steps continued. MVP implementation. As a professional Scrum Master, the decision makers, stakeholders, and Scrum team might require that a manual recruit a Scrum Master or that he take up the role of Scrum Master in the Scrum team to deliver product value efficiently. Implementation steps. The assessment involves these key steps, which are adjusted according to your assessment findings. 1. Virtual assessment. 2. Initial planning. 3. Stabilization. 4. Present rescue plan. 5. Recovery implementation. 6. Closure and learning. Implementation steps. Continued. Virtual assessment. A deep enough dive into the project's current state. The assessment stage starts with an initial virtual discussion, wherever you are situated. Sometimes, several such virtual discussions are held, followed by implementing several sprints, decided during the initial discussions, to assess the functioning of the Scrum team and stakeholders. The state of where delivering product value is at is determined, assessing whether clear MVPs exist. Implementation steps continued. Initial planning. We develop a realistic recovery plan and logistics. The plan includes a guesstimate duration for the initial phase, the number of sprints required after the assessment, and a manual's fee as a professional Scrum Master. Assessment steps continued. Stabilization. Take immediate action to address the root cause and distractions. Stabilization encompasses facilitating, fostering an environment of trust, addressing obstacles, and implementing standard operating procedures. Ensure that the Scrum team composition meets the budget and required timelines. Implementation steps continued. Present rescue plan. Emmanuel presents the plan to the CEO, decision makers, or stakeholders for approval or adjustment. Once we decide to go ahead, implementation continues from where we left off with the stabilization. Implementation steps continued. Recovery. Implementation. Implementing the recovery plan, focusing on implementing metrics and fostering a confident environment. It is essential that the Scrum team, customers, decision makers, and stakeholders trust each other and are confident in the efficient outcome of delivering product value. Recovery implementation continued. Remember that fostering trust and a confident environment starts with the assessment and continues through all phases. Balancing timelines, product quality, and the budget, these are at the heart of delivering efficient product value. None of them are afterthoughts. Each is baked in from the outset. Implementation steps continued. Closure and learning. Emmanuel ensures a successful handover. The handover includes the lessons learned. Where the stakeholders require, he stays on the journey and takes up the Scrum Master role in the Scrum team. Dashboards and metrics. You can't manage what you don't measure. Often attributed to Peter Drucker, highlights the need to track and quantify processes to manage and improve them efficiently. Dashboards and metrics continued. Foundation for improvement. Without measuring, you cannot know if you are making progress or even if your strategies are working. Dashboards and metrics continued. Data-driven decisions. Metrics provide data that allows for informed and efficient decision-making and course correction. Dashboards and metrics continued. Insights. Informs team composition, timelines, product quality, and budget health. Resources for Project Rescue. The details and links mentioned here are in this video's pinned comment below. Blog posts. See the various Scrum blog posts covering different stances on delivering product value. Ebooks. Emmanuel wrote 2 ebooks to illustrate how Scrum works. The first ebook, Mastering Scrum, Your Compendium, Product Delivery in a Complex World, covers the history of Scrum, including details of the Scrum framework. The second ebook covers building a Scrum team and strategies of success. These are premium ebooks covering Scrum per se and what is required to deliver product value efficiently. The Nexus Scrum Forum, assembling a vibrant community to share your Scrum interests for decision makers, stakeholders, and enthusiasts. Even if you are unfamiliar with Scrum, we are assembling the Nexus Scrum Forum based firsthand on the minimum viable product principle, namely, building the plane as we fly, the Nexus Scrum Forum journey. At the time of this writing, I have been working with Emmanuel for 3 years. He has served us as Scrum Master during this time. He joined our company when there was quite a severe case of misunderstanding between the developers and business partners, with trust between the parties breaking down. Over the first year, he worked tirelessly with us to refine our processes and embrace the principles of Scrum. During this time, he soothed the relationship between all parties and built trust. Over time, our entire team, business and developers, has become closely aligned and has a much better understanding of each other. He also assisted in refining our team practices and helped create confidence in our fellow team members. It is a joy to work with Emmanuel, who is always honest, open, and, above all, friendly. He thrives on helping and supporting his colleagues, is always willing to listen, and offers sage advice. Emmanuel would be an asset to any team. Garrett DeSwart. I met Emmanuel during a multi-million IT development project in 2010. We were developing a web application for clients who deposit large amounts of cash. Emmanuel facilitated all the JAD sessions, and his passion and attention to detail were evident in each session. He managed a multicultural, multinational team across the world, which was highly successful. His calm and professional management style contributed to the project's success. I will never forget him saying, after a heated discussion around requirements and timelines, "We kicked up a lot of dust," and then very calmly bringing the audience back to the actual point. Even after we implemented the project, he continued providing support. It was a pleasure working with Emmanuel during this project. Heinrich van Vuren. Emmanuel and I have collaborated in the IT industry since 2011. He is a natural leader and team builder, known for his communication skills and a positive attitude that motivates people of all ages and skill levels. His expertise spans organizing and leading technical teams, educating team members, and actively participating in projects. Over the years, he has successfully established teams both onshore and offshore in various work setups to deliver complex IT projects. Additionally, he has created training centers to educate IT stakeholders on new technologies and architectural standards, covering everything from curriculum design to certification processes, ensuring staff graduates contribute effectively from day one. Emmanuel has an open mind that embraces learning, growth, and change. I highly recommend Emmanuel for any position or endeavor that he may seek to pursue. He is self-motivated, competent, and dedicated, and would be a valuable asset in any endeavor. Sharan Lalou. Common pitfalls to avoid. Project rescue isn't always smooth sailing. There are traps to avoid. Denial pretending the problem isn't that bad. Blaming focusing on who's at fault instead of fixing the problem. Lack of a clear plan, winging it. The biggest one is giving up too soon because of project rescue unknowns. Having a clear, efficient strategy, resilience, and persistence are key. If your project requires rescuing, let's turn the tide together to rescue it. There is a way out. Emmanuel assists and guides you, and together you navigate the challenges, develop a tailored rescue plan, and guide you and your team in delivering product value efficiently. In closing, thank you for watching Turning the Tide. Remember, no project is beyond rescue. With a suitable strategy and efficient guidance, you bring your project back from the brink and achieve remarkably efficient results. Turning the Tide, your guidance to project rescue.